Manila's hottest monster, RX93.1. Welcome back to the show. It's the Deep Dish with Aubrey, and we have another special treat for all of you monsters. We have a special guest with us here today. You've been hearing their songs on the Monster airwaves. Bloom, Baby Bloom even broke into the Countdown Top 7. So without further ado, let's bring him in. London's indie darlings, Wolf Alice. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, great.
Great. Love that. Love to hear. Of course, we got Ellie and Joel with us today. Ellie, of course, the lead singer and the mastermind behind all of your favorite Wolf Alice tracks.
No, she is. Did she ask you to say that beforehand? That she is.
Well, if I told you she did, would you guys believe me?
No, I wouldn't actually.
And of course, we got Joel, the drummer, the heart of the band. So thank you so much again for joining us here on the show today. You're joining us from where?
I'm in London, North London.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm down by the seaside in a place called Hastings.
Hey, yo, by the seaside? Is that
Mm.
That's pretty cool. Is that like a shared, is that like a studio area where you guys are at right now?
No, we're just chilling in our respective homes today.
Lovely. Love that. All right. So let's get on with it. Let's talk about Bloom, Baby Bloom. The song, of course, oozes themes of growth and evolution, but we would love to hear your insights, the band's insights on the song's creation and meaning. So let's know the full story behind Bloom, Baby Bloom.
Yeah, Bloom Baby Bloom was written kind of mid-album process. We had a lot of songs that we really loved, but we felt like maybe we were missing something that was a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more performative. Well, all the songs are performative, but like maybe taking performance to another level.
Right.
And so, yeah, we kind of worked on this song that was all going to be like people doing their own thing around this rolling piano riff. And it kind of plays with themes of like power and which I think is mirrored in some of the kind of showy rock tropes, like the finger tapping and the drum solos and stuff. But you know, it's all kind of turned on its head a little bit because you know, it's about being powerful regardless of your kind of front-facing exterior or anything. So
Right. Well, we have a lot of listeners here on the Monster who absolutely love your track. They say that it feels super duper empowering whenever they hear it. Was that always the goal with this track, to give them that like little boost of power whenever they hear it?
I don't know. I mean, not really. Yes and no. Like kind of. I think like yeah, it's nice to have a song that's about kind of that's like almost like a mantra of self-belief. So I guess if you're kind of that was the goal, maybe to make myself feel like that,
Mm-hmm.
and in which case, yeah, you'd hope that maybe it might make other people feel like that too. But I don't think, not sure you're thinking about that too much in the beginning of writing a song. Maybe you do it for yourself first. Maybe I'm not really sure. I can't remember.
Right. So it kind of like starts out as this kind of project for yourselves, a little message for yourselves, and it just so happens to have spread out to the rest of your fans. Is that the idea we're going with here?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to start with your
Love that.
writing process.
Love that. Well, you guys have been around since 2010, and of course, you have had a lot of hits, had a lot of experiences in the music scene. Can you name a time when you guys felt like you've truly bloomed as artists?
We're still waiting, still waiting.
What do you mean it's still waiting? You guys have this massive hit. Isn't that a bloom in itself? Okay, well, to be fair, big things ahead, of course, and fingers crossed that you achieve that, I guess, blooming era of yours. That's the thing that we like to say here in the Philippines. It's like a blooming era, if
Oh,
you will.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Fingers arrive back after a few years off with, and it also kind of bridges a gap between maybe the Wolf Alice we were on Blue Weekend and gives you a kind of a hint as to the Wolf Alice we're going to be in the clearing, particularly with the use of the piano, which is the true beating heart of Wolf Alice this time round.
Oh, well, it's actually cool that you mentioned that because it has been, or rather, this new sound of yours, or rather, this upcoming album, it represents, or it's said to represent, some sort of a new direction or a shift in your musical journey. What can you share about that evolution?
Well, I think every time we go into the studio as a band, we're very grateful to be there and we love the experience of being in a studio, and we never take it too lightly that we're in a studio. So I feel like every record we've tried to have some evolution of the band that we are. I think with this collection of songs, we'd all agree that we tried to strip things back in the writing process. We took things really back to the fundamentals, be it just the piano or all of us playing guitar in the room together. You know, we weren't really starting tracks with like Logic, like recording programs and synthesizers and filling up all the space. Right. This time round, the clearing was really trying to strip things back, get things back to the heart of the songs and go from there.
You know, I'm super curious now that you've mentioned that. How does a regular day in the studio for you guys look like? Is it all lighthearted and such, or as soon as you guys get into the studio, it's down to business immediately?
It all kind of varies with like why you're in the studio, where the studio is, and who you're in it with.
Yeah.
Like when we were in the studio with Greg Curtin, who did this album with the clearing with us, it was like we kind of went in like maybe more normal working hours, like, well, I don't normal working hours for some people. It was like, you know, like 10 to 6 or whatever.
Your regular like 9 to 5s and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know, it was all very calm, and he cultivated a really lovely atmosphere, which was, you know, one of like, we're gonna get work done, but yeah, like ultimately this isn't, yeah, when you're in the studio making music, if it isn't fun, like it's kind of why it's not one of those, I don't know, you see, it shouldn't be too serious.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you guys love what you're doing, it shouldn't be too, taxing, too stressful the moment you guys step in.
Yeah, because that feels at odds with the picture of like pop and rock music, but then you know, like we also know that we're there to, like, we have to walk away with something, so yeah, we worked hard as well, so yeah, that's kind of the perfect balance.
Kind of like that work hard, play hard balance that you guys got in the studio.
Which is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Well, based on how your music is sounding, it seems like you guys have like amazing harmony with one another. So I suppose it's safe to say that that's something you've achieved within the past few years that you guys have been doing this.
Yeah, I think we have achieved that. We're, you know, like anyone, it's not all like rainbows and
for sure
all the time, but for the most part, I would kind of, you spend enough time with people, you learn how to give them space when you learn the signs of like how to give people space when they need it, or like, well, hopefully you do anyway. I don't know, maybe everyone hates me. And the studio, that's really important in the studio as well, because you often like confined little space together. But again, it's like, it's also what you look for in a producer, isn't it? Like someone who like understands that the harmony between a band is just as important as the output that they're giving, like, you know.
Sure, that would definitely lead to the output, the outcome of your tracks. Now let's get back to your upcoming album, of course, The Clearing. We know that you've probably been asked to sum up your song or your album in 3 words a million times. So how about we flip the script a bit? Give us 3 words that your album is definitely not.
Okay. spooky.
Spooky. It isn't spooky. Okay.
Not spooky. I don't think it's depressing
Oh, wow. Okay.
at all.
It isn't depressing. So
Do I
it's
need
like very happy vibes that we're getting from the album, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cold.
Mm.
And it's not cold. I like that. The album isn't cold.
So if you want a spooky, depressing, cold album, then
This isn't
at the one.
the album theme. Without any major spoilers, what are your favorite songs from the album and why?
I'm gonna pick. Maybe this is a spoiler. I don't know, but here we go. I'm gonna pick a song called "Leaning Against the Wall." It's one of my favorite of Ellie's songwriting. I remember really vividly the first time I heard the demo, and there is a moment in the track, which I won't spoil, that I remember really floored me. And when we went to make the record, to do it properly with Greg and stuff, I was really holding on to that emotion that I had from the first listen. And you don't always get that back. But I felt like when I listen back to this mixed and mastered version of the track, I get that original feeling from that demo, and that's really important to me. So I'm picking that song.
Must be something kind of hard hitting.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm really proud of it.
Well, what about you, Ollie? What's yours?
I will say Just Two Girls, because I've always enjoyed kind of music, film, art, literature about friendships, especially kind of like, friendship. And it's fun that we have a song on this album that's kind of celebratory of friendship.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get a bit of a gist of what you guys are talking about. It doesn't sound depressing. It doesn't sound cold at all. That's one thing that we could all definitely look forward to. Guys, The Clearing is out on August 29. But before that, you guys are going to be dropping something within this week. Your upcoming single, The Sofa. So bring us into the world of The Sofa. What's the story here?
Yeah, The Sofa was kind of we wrote at a point where we were kind of deep in the writing process of this album, and it was kind of like taking stock of our situation, which maybe is irrelevant, but kind of it's a weird thing when you're a touring band like us. When you come home, when you have a period of time at home, like getting adjusted to that is strange, and it's kind of maybe like processing the juxtaposition of our lives in that sense, and then it kind of like spun me into thinking about all the juxtapositions in one's life and the contradictory nature of being a human being, and kind of just exploring that and kind of settling with the fact that that's just how it is and it's okay.
Now, you guys have fans here at the Monster. Again, your track Bloom Baby Bloom, it reached our radio station's charts, and they absolutely love how authentic and how raw your sounds are. So thank you so much for sharing in all of your input. That is definitely something we're all looking forward to. Now, we are in the second half of the year, which is absolutely crazy. Now, while you guys are getting ready to drop The Clearing, is there anything else from the band, or rather anything else that you guys have cooking that we could look forward to?
No.
The way that there was that pause and you were like, no.
I mean, we've got lots of shows coming up, and we'll be dropping videos but like, I guess it's just not even, just over a month before the album. So I can't think of anything more like more that
Well, hey, videos and shows, that's something. That's definitely something to look forward to. And I'm sure all of your fans right now are at the edge of their seats, wondering what you guys are going to be cooking up next. Unfortunately, this seems to be all the time that we have for now. But before we end this interview officially, do you have any messages for your fans and all the monsters who are tuned in right now?
yeah, I really hope that I can meet these monsters soon because we really want to come to the Philippines. I know that a lot of people have brilliant shows when they go to the Philippines. I think I have heard that the Filipino people make for great crowds and very loyal fans. So I hope that we can come there.
Sure.
But I have one question. What are all these golden birds behind?
Oh, these are just a couple of. Okay, this is gonna sound a bit of a flex, but it's a couple of awards that have been won.
A couple?
By the radio. Yeah, we're just gonna say a couple.
The wall is just gold awards.
Wow.
It's
And
our way of flexing.
yeah,
Flex
absolutely.
away. Flex away.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We would absolutely love to have you here live in studio the next time. Actually, we have this little space over here in the booth for a live band setup. So if ever you do decide to go on a world tour and you decide to put the Philippines on the map, we will be here waiting. We would hope to have like some sort of a live jam session with you guys if you guys are down.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It's a dream. 100%.
We do. We're gonna be looking forward to that for sure. Wolf Alice, thank you so much for joining us here on the show today. Such a pleasure to have you. Of course, Ellie and Joel, thank you so much. And we honestly hope to have you here, the monster, in person next time. Hopefully, we are looking forward to that. And that wraps up our monster exclusive interview with Wolf Alice. This has been Aubrey for the Deep Dish, only here on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.